So you're thinking about moving to Roseburg, and you think it's just as easy as picking a house online and falling in love with it. But what you don't know could save you thousands and possibly your dream home. Hey, I'm Jerry Norman with Oregon Life Homes. I've been selling real estate here in the Roseburg area for the last few years. I absolutely love it. I get calls all the time from people looking to make a move from Portland, California, all over the country, and I absolutely love it. But there is one thing that happens a lot, and in this video I'm going to show you how you can avoid those mistakes. So let's get on with the video. I work with a lot of people that are looking to make big life changes. They're looking to relocate to this area for work, lifestyle, or just looking to relocate to a smaller town and get out of the big city hectic lifestyle. And Roseburg has a lot to offer as far as amenities go, and you can check those out in my other videos, but this video is going to teach you how to avoid some costly mistakes when relocating from out of area. I too have done it, and I know what to avoid, so I'm going to just shoot it to you straight and exactly what you should watch out for and what you need to know. So a lot of people that I talk to, they've got a lot of questions. How do I get a good feel for the home without being there in person? What kind of financing options is there for relocation? And how can I finance that new home? And then how do you know who to trust locally to make sure that your home purchase isn't a nightmare? So first off, after we talk a little bit, I get to understand what your concerns are. You can always book a call with me. All my contact info is in the description below. There's a Calendly link. We can book a Zoom call or whatever. One of the things that I do for a lot of people that are looking to move from out of area are virtual tours. We can do those with me just doing a video. Those are uncut videos. I just walk through the house and I give you exactly what I see. And other concerns that you may be concerned of that Zillow isn't going to show you. Zillow and all the realtor sites, all of those are just going to show you the best pictures of the home. I've worked with a lot of people and they've fallen in love with homes from the pictures. But once we get there, whoa, watch out. These places are a nightmare, whether it be the home itself or the neighbors or the general area. Now, what I can do for those video tours, whether it be through a Zoom call or I can just do a regular video and send it to you, whatever. I can show you different things about the house. I can do a neighborhood tour, just driving around and pointing things out, things that you may want to know before moving to that specific home. And if it's a property with a lot of land, I can put up a drone and I can just kind of give you the whole layout of the whole property. Really good tools that I can offer you. And this will give you a really good perspective of somebody that is on your side instead of the seller trying to sell the property. Now we move on to the financing options. Well, how are we going to finance that loan? Most people that I work with, they need to sell their house that they're currently in to move and purchase and finance the new property. A lot of people are taking the equity out of their home and using it to buy cash or pay off most of the new property to give them a lower payment. Well, what are the options and how can you make it seamless? And I like to say stress-free, but we all know that moving across the country is not stress-free. So I would like to say less stress. Well, there's a bunch of different ways to finance these loans. First off, there's a bridge loan. Now the costs in it can be a little high, but it's for the convenience. So some of these bridge loans will take the equity, the expected equity out of the sale of that house that you're going to be selling out of state or wherever you are, pull that equity out and allow you to purchase or use for the new home purchase. Sometimes you don't even need to sell that exiting house for 6 months. So this could be a great option and make it a very seamless transition. The other option is if you have a ton of equity in that last home, you could take a HELOC out of that and use it to buy the new home. And yes, there is the contingent option to purchase, and that is where you can make an offer on a property, but you need to be contingent on the sale of your exiting property. Now, these do need to be crafted properly to make it more appealing to the seller. These are typically offers that you're not going to want to lowball on because somebody could beat you out. There's a lot of different things that go into a contingent sale, but they can happen. They're a little bit more difficult. And if this is something that you're considering, having your current home already listed on the market is much better than not having it listed at all. Most contingent sales, when the house is not listed yet, they tend not to get accepted. Now, every seller's different, but just put yourself in the seller's shoes in that case. Would you be willing to take a contingent offer if the house isn't listed yet? What's the condition of the house? There's a lot of things to go into that. So contingent sales do happen, but they just need to be crafted really well. And then when you are making that move, it's recommended to have a local lender, possibly somebody that is very familiar with this area and knows the red flags to watch out for, especially some of these rural properties here in the Roseburg area. You're also going to need to know local contractors, local inspectors, title reps, and that kind of thing. Here in the Roseburg area, I've been working with these guys for a long time. I've got a huge list of them. When we start the home buying process, I can get you in touch with the right ones, the ones that have done really good by me and my clients. I just don't give you the list, but I get you in contact with them. And these guys really want to do good for you because I have sent them so much business and they really want me to continue to send them that continued business. So they are going to do really good by you. And having somebody local to the area, I can get all those inspections scheduled and be there for those inspections and know exactly what comes up before the report even comes out. And the logistics of making a move from 600 miles, 1,000 miles away, I understand exactly what it takes. Now I know there is a ton more than just picking the right house and making an offer on that. The actual move and logistics to get here, I understand how difficult that can be. From relocating 600 to 1,000 miles, 2,000 miles away, I really understand what logistics are involved. And I can definitely help you get through that. I know timing because of school or when your job is supposed to start here, possibly finding temporary housing, but I always try to avoid that. Coordinating moving companies and transferring utilities remotely can sometimes be a pain, especially in some of these small towns. They need a deposit, they don't know who you are, and a lot of times you need to be in office, so having somebody local here to help you with those transitions can definitely be a benefit. I've helped a ton of people move here from 600 miles, 1,000 miles away, and try to make it as less stressful as possible. I do that by creating timelines, and everybody is on the right page and knows exactly what to expect. I'm here to coordinate everything on the ground on this side. What part of the move are you more stressful about? Leave those comments down below. I'd love to hear what you're stressed out about possibly making that relocation move. Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear it. Now, before you buy, you should know where you'll be living. Now, I talked about this a couple minutes ago in this video. I've helped clients tour neighborhoods virtually, and I can even have somebody in the car and showing you the houses as we're driving through, or I can just have the camera on. It's super easy to do and gives you a good feel of the neighborhood. Sometimes I can even walk the neighborhood and just hold the camera and just talk, show you the neighbors and that kind of thing. I can compare commute times and give you an actual drive from where you're going to be working, from where your potential house will be, explore the different school districts, and even show you a little bit about the local vibe and what the area has to offer, like the best restaurants or even the dog parks or the best veterinarian clinics or whatever you are concerned about. Those are things that I can definitely show you throughout video. And those videos aren't sales pitch because I really want you to find the right home and feel fit where you're at. They're not cut, they're not edited. It's just a straight raw video of me just doing whatever you would like to see and what I feel that you're concerned about and what you tell me that you're concerned about. For example, I just recently helped a family move to the Roseburg area. They got a job at the VA hospital and had never stepped foot in Roseburg. Now, I don't suggest this. I suggest once you at least make an offer on a house and get it accepted, that you at least fly out, possibly for the inspection or beforehand, just to view the property, just to make sure and lay your eyes on it. I know that's not always possible. So, for example, I did help this family relocate to the Roseburg area. They had never been to Roseburg. We spent a few Zoom calls, me walking through the neighborhood, showing them their neighbors, and them telling me about their lifestyle goals and what they were hoping to see and what they were expecting. So I really tried to give them my perspective through the camera of what they were going to be living in. And then when they did get here and moved in, they felt that they already knew the area, they knew the whole location, they felt really comfortable about being here. They told me that they felt like they already knew the town because they've watched hours of my videos, and I gave them a personal Zoom tour multiple times. I know there's a lot to think about, but there's good news. You don't have to be alone in this whole process. And don't forget, keep watching, because coming up next, I got the one thing you should never skip when buying remotely, and how to avoid a home that you're going to regret 6 months down the road. All right, so my top 3 neighborhoods and why. First off, the Hillcrest area is one of the most popular areas in Roseburg. The home prices just happen to fall right around the median sales price for the county. Obviously, there's some higher and some lower, but it's a really established neighborhood. It's close to the hospitals. It has some top-rated schools, and you're going to find a lot of single-level homes there, a lot of 3-bedrooms, 2-bath homes, but then there's also some really nice upgraded homes as well. The Hillcrest neighborhood is perfect for healthcare professionals or families looking for a little bit of quiet, but yet really close to all the conveniences that Roseburg has to offer. Next is the Green District, which is just a couple minutes south of Roseburg. Now these homes range in prices. They can be in anywhere from the mid 2s all the way up to 500,000-600,000. So it offers a nice mix of affordability. You're going to get a little bit more of a rural feel. Depends on where you're at. This is a good area for first-time home buyers, young families moving to this area. This is usually where they start. And one of the best neighborhoods is the Melrose neighborhood. It's extremely scenic, a lot of river properties, much more space as far as lot size. A lot of them are 3, 5, 10-acre parcels. And these prices tend to be a little higher, but here you're close to a lot of vineyards, and it's one of the most scenic neighborhoods in Douglas County. It's perfect for retirees, remote workers, or anyone who wants to feel away from everything, but yet 5 minutes to Roseburg. Now, the one thing that you are never going to want to skip when buying a house remotely, and a lot of people want to do this to make their offer seem more enticing, but it is highly discouraged, and that is skipping the home inspection. I would never recommend this. I know when you're not local, it's tempting to want to rush the process. Maybe I gave you a really good video tour, but I wouldn't rely on that. The listing seems polished, and the seller seems extremely motivated. But let's really be realistic. The inspection is your insurance policy, basically. And using a local home inspector here that knows the area, they know exactly the signs of what to watch out for in each specific location. So they're really going to give you a really in-depth look of what you are actually buying, like signs of drainage issues, some mold or moisture that can be common in older homes, hidden repairs like DIY projects gone wrong. A great example showing a buyer video tours of a house. They made an offer on it. The home inspector knew exactly what to look for because of the neighborhood that it was in was very common for a lot of foundation issues. I hope this buyer saved like $80,000 on a foundation repair because that home inspector knew what to look for in this sloped neighborhood here in Roseburg. The buyer ended up not buying the property because we spotted a lot of foundation issues. Now, the home inspector is not a foundation expert, but they can point out some issues and suggest to get a foundation expert to come and inspect the property as well. So no matter how good the home looks or feels, don't ever skip that home inspection. They cost $400 to $500 depending on the size of the house. It's definitely worth it. So how to avoid a home that you're going to regret buying in 6 months? I know the home looks great on paper, the deal moves fast, but 6 months down the road, you're just stuck there and it doesn't feel like the right place. Here's how I help avoid those situations. Is I want to understand what your specific lifestyle is. Are you a walker? Do you have pets and like to take them out? Do you hate yard work? Do you love yard work? Do you want gardening? Need to be close to the medical areas? Want to be away from everybody? These things matter a lot than granite countertops or hardwood floors. Ask the questions that don't show up on Zillow. Like what are the road noises around the house? School zones, internet providers, or even how steep the driveway is. There are some houses here in Roseburg where the driveway is too steep for a regular car to get into the garage. So these are things you're going to want to be aware of. And this is something I would definitely show you in the videos. So the bottom line is I'm going to help you slow it down a little bit because a lot of people get really excited about buying a new home. Ask the right questions and don't get rushed into the situation. I'm not going to rush you. If you're working with another real estate agent, some will tend to try and rush you into making decisions. I'm not going to do that. I want you to be in the right home that fits you and your family and is going to be right for whatever your situation is. So if you've got any questions, drop me a comment about moving to Roseburg and what you think about it. I personally respond to all the comments. And if you are relocating to the Roseburg area and want to make it as smooth as possible, I have put together a really in-depth relocation guide that is in the description below. Check that out. It's free to download. And if you are really considering about a move or just thinking about it, give me a call, text, email, carrier pigeon, I don't know. Give me a call. I'd love to hear from you. And with that, check out these other videos. Have a great day. Bye.